Hello everyone, Johnny Thunder, EAS&Weather here with your Day 1 fire weather outlook. There are two areas where we have a critical fire weather area today. Two areas where we have critical fire weather concerns. One covering southeastern Colorado, southwestern Kansas, the western part of the Panhandle of Oklahoma, far northwestern Texas, and northeastern New Mexico. A second critical today covers east central Wyoming, southwestern South Dakota, and northwestern Nebraska. Cities in the critical fire weather areas today include Pueblo, Colorado, Scottsbluff, Nebraska, Trinidad, Colorado, Lamar, Colorado, and Raton, New Mexico. There are two areas where we have elevated fire weather concerns today. One covering eastern New Mexico, parts of western and northwestern Texas, western Oklahoma, parts of the Oklahoma Panhandle, much of the western half of Kansas, parts of Colorado, parts of Nebraska, parts of South Dakota, and parts of Wyoming. A second elevated fire risk today covers far northwestern Georgia, eastern Tennessee, parts of North Carolina, most of Virginia, and south central Maryland for the elevated. So in synopsis, continued southwesterly flow aloft is expected today across much of the central and southern plains. A shortwave trough is expected to approach the southern plains very late in the period. A weaker shortwave in the central northern plains will also be present. At the surface, a broad area of low pressure will exist east of the terrain, eastern Wyoming and the western South Dakota and Nebraska. The northern stream mid-level jet will be favorably timed with afternoon heating minimum relative humidity. This feature, coupled with the surface trough to the east, will drive 20 to 25 mile per hour winds in eastern portions of Wyoming and adjacent western South Dakota and Nebraska. Relative humidity will likely fall to 10 to 15%. Critical fire weather is expected for a few hours during the afternoon. Farther south into the Front Range, winds will be weaker, leading to elevated fire weather. Southeast Colorado and vicinity. So, the position of a modest surface low in southeast Colorado will promote surface winds of around 20 miles per hour, despite the stronger mid-level winds lagging farther southwest. Terrain enhancement could also lead to local corridors of stronger winds. Relative humidity of around 15% is expected during the afternoon. These conditions will support critical fire weather. Piedmont, Southern Appalachians. Dry return flow around the surface high pressure system will promote 10 to 15 mile per hour winds within parts of the Southern Appalachians and the Piedmont region. Relative humidity of near 20% is possible in parts of the Mid-Atlantic, though higher values of 25 to 35% are expected with southward extent. Given how dry fuels are, elevated fire weather conditions are expected. So, that's your Day 1 fire weather outlook. Stay safe and vigilant in these areas today. If I were you, I would gather supplies immediately, such as food, water, clothing, toiletries, medical supplies, a flashlight, a cell phone, phone chargers, extra batteries, and a battery-powered radio in the event that you need to evacuate on a moment's notice, because fires can start to spread quickly. Please avoid outdoor burning in these areas today. One little spark is all it takes for a fire to start to spread quickly. Do not throw cigarettes on the ground. Even if they're not lit, because one, that's littering, littering could lead to legal trouble if you are caught littering. It's also bad for the environment, and it could cause a fire to start and spread quickly, mainly on dry fuels. But regardless, and that's also bad for the environment, and if a fire starts, it can destroy the environment in that particular area. Just saying. So yeah. And make sure your cigarette is fully out before throwing it away, so it doesn't lead to a trash can fire. So, remain safe and vigilant in these areas today, and I'll see you in my Day 1 severe weather outlook very soon. Take care.